there. So glad you're here. Well, Elizabeth Warren, I have a hard time even saying her name. It's upsetting. She's taking a swing at the sharing economy, calling for a regulatory probe to determine if websites like Airbnb are shrinking housing options for long-term renters and raising prices, perhaps. The party panel is back. It's Katherine Timpf, Gavin McInnes, and Meghan McCain. So, Kat, let me ask you this.
Yes.
So, Airbnb, you are going to stay in an Airbnb very soon.
Yes, I am.
In a city where there's a major happening.
Yes.
Airbnb operates kind of like hotels.
Yeah.
Do hotels affect housing?
Right, no.
Exactly.
No, they don't. It's just like people like Elizabeth Warren, they said, hey, this thing's making a lot of money. We got to check into this and see what's going on here, because they can't regulate it the way they regulate everything, which is good. I get to stay 2 miles away instead of going to a hotel where my book's late. I had to be so far away or stayed somewhere with bed bugs. I don't like distance. I don't like bed bugs. And I don't want Elizabeth Warren probing anything in my Airbnb.
That's absolutely right. And I think that might be a euphemism for something else, which we'll get into on a later show. But this is exactly what happens. You have something successful, a successful model like Uber.
Yeah.
And
I was going to bring up Uber.
Yeah, but Uber, I mean, one of the great things about Uber, and there are some flaws, absolutely, that the company is trying to work out. But one of the things about it is when you get out of the car, when you get into the car, you want to make sure you are as nice as possible so it doesn't affect your rating.
My rating
Very
is
much
so
like
low.
eBay.
My rating is so low.
What did you do?
I don't know why.
Did your cat have a tinkle in the backseat of an Uber?
No, I don't know what it
Maybe?
is. I think it might be the vaping. Sometimes I get in trouble and then I get really upset. But, I mean, it's really low. Like, sometimes it takes me a while to get one. And I think I'm an okay gal. I don't really get it.
The problem with it, too, is, especially with Uber, I was in Austin right before they removed Uber from the city. And this is innovation. This is job creation.
Exactly right.
One of the Uber drivers I spoke to was a mom with 4 kids, couldn't find a job any other way, and became an Uber driver and was making a decent amount of money. And I heard this story. And it's like, Democrats want to talk about the crappy economy and there are no jobs being created, but when you do it on your own in a specific way, then you have a problem with it.
When
so you're cherry picking what jobs are allowed to be created.
It's not even cherry picking. I mean, they're picking on entire sectors that are beyond the reach of traditional government, and they can't stand it because it is all about control. They have to control every aspect of our lives with regulation, with taxes. They have to get their fingers in our pies.
And that mentality breeds a brain that not just hates capitalism, but doesn't get capitalism.
That's absolutely right.
Like where Catherine's going, the demand is bigger than the supply. So we go beyond the hotels and we get Airbnbs. Now Katherine can go. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been able to go.
And there are people who say, oh, you know what? I don't want to be in Cleveland when, 200,000 people descend on my city. I'm going to rent out my apartment.
And that helps Cleveland, by the way. I don't know how many people would say, oh, you're in New York, I'd love to visit. And I go, well, we don't have room. But, a hotel is like $350 a night. And they go, oh, forget it. And since Airbnb appeared in New York, there's been a boon to the local economy because they have all these millennial tourists showing up.
People are actually making money. It's like they don't have to work for major corporations.